Okay everybody, today's video, we're going to head to the putting green and show you 3 putting drills that we believe every golfer should be doing. If you want to avoid those nasty 3 putts and hole more putts, then make sure you keep watching. So welcome to the channel everybody. We are here at the Grand Putting Green here in San Diego. And look, this channel is all about you. We've got a question from Todd saying, do you have putting drills that will help every golfer, specifically on pace control? So we thought we'd give to you everything you need: start line, pace control, and green reading today.
So if you want to have your questions answered, just like Todd, then make sure you subscribe and post those questions down below and we'll pick one for the next time.
Yes,
Andy, these are really important, aren't they?
These are. Well,
really
look,
important.
we all want to stop 3 putting and we'd like to hold a few more of these, wouldn't we? So we're going to show you, we've got 3 stations set up. We've got the start line one here, we're going to go through pace control drill, and then we're going to go through a green reading drill. If you do all of these, you will be a better putter.
All right, what do we got here first of all? What's the first one?
First one is, look, start line control. This is really important. We're going up 6 foot here. We're going to set up a calibration station. Now we've got the stroke trainer here in place. You can use some alignment sticks, and all we've done is place 2 T-pegs on that start line. This is a straight putt, 2 T-pegs either side of where the ball can pass through. And you'll see here, look, there's a little bit of space there.
Looks a bit too much for me, Andy.
Too much for you, yeah. Not enough for me. So all we're going to do really is see if we can start the golf ball online. But the beauty of this is we've got something here which is going to help us calibrate not only the club face. The most important thing when it comes to striking the golf ball or starting it online is strike and club face. So this station here helps me calibrate club face, it helps me calibrate strike, and it just sets me up here to actually roll a few in. And it's amazing when we do this. It's amazing when you set this station up, you feel that you can't miss. Now I've set myself up there because the first one, you feel that you can't miss because the face is so square, the ball's in the middle of the club face, you've got the start line there, and you don't need long to do this. So let's just get going on this. I really love this because I really feel now my club is right in the center of that golf ball, the face is dead square, and now I've got some guide just to keep the face square and start it through the 2 tees. Okay, first one. I told you, I set myself up, Pierce, pulled it, but I'm going back in. Here we go.
He's back in again.
I talked it up too much there.
No,
but that's good feedback.
Right. You'll be fine here, you'll be fine.
That's good feedback because I know the face was obviously closed. There you go, perfect. I'm on a roll now, that's it. But look,
roll.
This is the importance of doing it though, because straight away I've got feedback. The one hit left, little closed club face at impact. But now I'm just resetting, have another go. And just doing this often will help you because it just starts to condition the club face more square. And once you get going with this, you really feel as if it's hard to miss. You can see I got 3 in a row there. I'm going for 5 in a row. But you only need really a little bit of time at this. 5 minutes just to calibrate, stroke, strike, and just to build a bit of confidence. That was even slightly pulled there, but still got through and still went in.
I think the good thing about this is that, as you said, you will tend to go, well, I feel like I can't miss it, builds confidence. Now, some people might say, well, actually, this is a guide and it's helping you. But ultimately, we need to know where you're at. We need to be able to calibrate. We need to be able to know these things. So you've got a starting point from where you can move forward.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even have the club face square at the start. So this is just a great way of training that and then hopefully just returning it back to that same point. So there we go, 5 in a row. But look, this is something that if you do, it really builds your confidence up. Square face, centered strike, get that ball rolling. Then when you get to these putts on the green, on the course, it's so much easier. And this is what the best players in the world are doing.
Every time.
Calibrating club face and start line, one key component. And then we're going to move on to the next one where Piers is taking over, pace control.
Okay, so this drill is called H-lag putting. Isn't that an amazing name? Let's post the comments down below on what a better name for that could be. But ultimately what we've got is we've got a putter dropped across the hole, 90 degrees to the entry point to the hole, and then we've got a couple of wedges either side, again dropping through equidistant, creating an H. So basically we have got 1.5 foot short and 1.5 foot past where we want the ball to finish. Now you may be going, hang on a bit, why should I be leaving it short? All this talk in putting is about making sure never up, never in, and all that sort of stuff. But ultimately we're going to be starting from 20 feet. Now, once you get outside 20 feet, it's really hard to 2-putts for a lot of average golfers. The make percentage on tour on this is 15%. So but as soon as we go outside of this range here, all of these 5 golf balls here are 100% in that 3-putt range. So being a little bit short, especially on a putt like this when it's a fast downhill, it's fine because if it's 1.5 foot short or 1.5 foot past, we should hold it. Even Andy would give those putts.
Exactly, yes. That's right. So basically we've just got that square roughly to hit it in. And the great thing about that is it just feels quite nice. You're not trying to hit it past the hole. You're not trying to sort of make sure you force it past the hole. We just want to get it close.
Mindset is gimme range. Get it in gimme range and hopefully we can go from there. So I've got these putts laid out. We've got 20, 23, 26, 29, 32. And all I'm going to be doing is seeing how many I can get into that box, into the H. Now, I think the key with this is when people are putting from distance and they're looking to create good pace control on their putts, we'll often see a putting stroke which has the same length backswing but then accelerates more on the way through. So just be mindful when you're doing this and watch my putts. The backswing length should be increasing somewhat as I move back through the putts. So let's just have a go through these. Downhill, left to right.
Oh yeah, we've got a good one here.
A lot of break.
You'll see we've angled the actual the clubs a little bit because we've got a little bit of left to right, so we sort of at the angle the ball's going to hopefully go in there. So let's see.
Okay.
All about the pace now. This is obviously and a bit of line.
Looks a bit hard, maybe, Andy. It's going to hit the
it
hole,
in,
maybe.
Rolled it in.
Oh,
Nice start. Nice start.
Yeah, I think it would have been okay.
Nice start. Okay.
Would have been close though. And again, you can go through your routine when you're doing this as well. You can have your practice strokes. It's all good to do all of that. It's good learning.
You can see Piers' stroke there, very smooth. Beautiful, really good. And like you say here, most people, just give us an example, Piers, of what we see people do, just to the side of the golf ball.
Okay, I don't mind hitting, yeah, okay. So we'll generally see a backswing which is short and then a long through swing, an accelerating through swing. We've been talking about this a lot recently. Cam Smith's just won the Open with an unbelievable putting display, especially on the last day. And we'll see the best players generally, when they hit a putt, that their through swings are actually shorter than their backswings. Amateurs, it's usually longer on the way through. Now there's a difference in greens, obviously. The average golfers are generally playing on slower greens. But if you want to hit the ball further, just have a longer backstroke.
So this is where it gets tricky now. The 20 foot, the 23 is okay. He's performed well. Let's see what he's like on the 26. Looks a little short to me.
Could be short, and it
and
could be short.
Right. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. That's not a gimme, it's left to right.
Damn right, that's terrible.
Anywhere in those two club lengths there is the gimme zone. So Pierce has got 2 out of 3. Let's see if he can always push that one as well. He's not thinking about the line here now.
That's a good putt.
Actually,
I'll
it's a
take
good
that.
putt. Yeah, that was me being a bit harsh there. But there was a good putt.
He definitely was pushed, it definitely was pushed. Definitely feel hard aiming this far left to right, because it doesn't look that way.
You've got to go more than that.
Got to go more than this one, do you reckon?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Nice, that's a good putt. Oh, that was a good putt though.
I think that would have been okay, wouldn't it, if I hadn't have hit
with the amount of break there.
Yeah.
That is actually not a bad display. There's probably there, all 4 of those are in. That one there, I'm definitely seeing that one.
Maybe I should try and put it that
Shame
way.
you can't do it with the other way around.
Yeah, do you know what, but something like this, straight away, what we love about this is the intention that you're actually just trying to get the ball close to the hole for a gimme. You're not thinking about trying to hold it. And I think when you're 20 feet away, we see the professionals on TV hold these putts because they're playing well and TV want to show the good play. Don't have that expectation that you have to hold those putts. Just think 2 putt, 2 putt, 2 putt. And
the best thing is, if you're thinking about that pace, there's a good chance that you might hold a few as well. So,
well, yeah, I got one in.
Let's get into green reading. Okay, third and final drill is all about green reading. Now, my question to you is, how often do you practice green reading? Let us know. Probably not that often.
Ooh.
Now, if you do this, please do this, because this will make a massive difference to you helping read the greens better and actually holding more putts and avoiding those 3 putts as well. So I've got an 18 footer here, left to right. Haven't had to go at this yet. I want to do it fresh, so I've got feedback for myself and show you the routine that I will go through that you can do. So first of all, I can already feel what's going on with my feet and with my eyes. I can see that it's left to right, but I want to come down to the side here, have a look at, in terms of slope. Is it uphill, downhill? It's a little downhill, but what I'm also looking at is the whole of the green. The highest part's over there, the lowest part's over here. So sometimes looking at how the green's situated is going to massively help. So I know that, but now I'm really tuning into line. I want to get the start line right. Now, most golfers don't allow enough break. So this is what's going to help you predict a better start line and get the golf ball tracking onto the hole. So notice here as well, I'm not standing on my ball to hole line. I'm actually standing on the line that I think the ball's going to start at. I'm imagining the trace of the ball going back from the hole to the golf ball. The ball's going to go in at the side of the cup here. I know that, left side of the cup. So I'm really tuning in now to how can I start the golf ball on the line that's going to sort of follow that trace. Then I'm going to pick a spot to the side of the hole. This is what you can do, of where your aim point is, your start line is. Okay, so let me walk in. There is my start line, right there.
Now, just straight away, as soon as you put that there, we know that a lot of golfers would struggle to see that much break.
Yeah, most golfers would probably go half of that. We often
Yeah.
talk about doubling the break, because if golfers did that, they'd probably have a better chance. But let's get specific and learn about it. So now, my only job, and this is what you can do, use the line on a ball. I'm going to use the TP5 line and point that straight at that spot. This is training, this is practice. I want to take any guesswork out and I want feedback. I don't normally use this on the golf course. This is purely for practice. So now when I walk in, I haven't really got to think about the line. All I've got to do is match my club face to that line and I know it's at that point. So now what I'm doing is I'm tuning into pace. This is all I'm thinking about, is the pace for that. I'm seeing the ball go in the hole at the right pace. And then I'm going to make sure the ball's moved. The ball's moved.
I never even saw that. Whilst he's realigning the golf ball there.
Okay.
I think the one thing that a lot of people probably just generally struggle with when it comes to
Stay there.
practicing green reading is that actually it's not that sexy. But, you know, it's like, oh, the mechanics, I've got to work at the mechanics and my start line and I've got to work at my pace control drills. You have to 100% be working at your green reading, because that's going to be, it's just one of the big three.
And what is sexy is hole in putts and not
Yes.
three putting. So, okay, let me get this now.
And two putting, Andrew.
Start.
Sexy two putts.
Start line is good. Let's just think about the pace and then we'll see what happens. Looks pretty good to me. Oh! Okay.
But
Notice,
you're not upset about that at all?
no,
'cause it's a
look,
two-putt.
that's good. But look, notice that there, it finished on the low side. If I'd have hit that a little harder,
Yep.
then that would have probably been okay. Now, I could have probably gone a fraction this way
Yep.
if I wanted to go at a dead pace, because I wouldn't want, you can see the ball starting to roll off this way. So I could have gone at a softer pace, a little wider, or I could have hit it a slightly firmer pace. But that's great feedback. I now have some feedback. The start line was reasonable. If the ball would have ended up way down here, I know my start line would have been really bad. And with a left to righter like this, if you underread it, that could easily happen.
Yeah.
So this is just a great drill. Experiment with right to left to right, uphill, downhill, and just get used to seeing how good you are at predicting that start point. Thank you for watching. 3 amazing tips. Let us know your questions down below, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.